When World War II came to the Italian mainland, it arrived with a vengeance. In the summer of 1943, Allied forces landed and fought their way north. Their courage, competence, and sacrifice would turn the tide of battle and free the peninsula from fascist regimes. Those who fell in battle, those who sacrificed to shape a better future for Italy and the world. We honor all of them here, in the Sicily-Rome American Cemetery. July 1943. Determined to gain a foothold on the European continent, the Allies plan Operation Husky, the most ambitious amphibious assault yet attempted. The goal? To capture Sicily as a stepping stone to the Italian mainland. A massive fleet assembles in newly won North African ports, bringing together land, sea, and air contingents from around the globe. They set off into gale force winds. Seaman First Class Ralph Austin is manning one of the first landing vessels, facing a barrage of enemy fire, shelling, and dive bombing. His ship makes it onto the beach. Austin is hustling embattled troops onto land when he is fatally hit by a 20mm shell. The Allies fight their way ashore, and for weeks the battle rages.
The battle for Sicily is underway. The combined forces of the United Nations are sweeping forward.
But when the Allies finally drive the Axis forces from the island, the victory has an immediate impact. The Mediterranean is safer for Allied shipping. The Italians depose dictator Benito Mussolini, and the door opens for the liberation of Italy. September 1943. The Allies launch a daring assault on Italy's southwestern coast. Landing at Salerno, they are soon locked in heavy combat. Within 5 hours of the landing, Sergeant Thomas Sullivan and his fellow Rangers capture a key pass dominating Nazi supply routes. In the German counterattack, Sullivan will fall to artillery fire. But the Allies soon seize Naples and the critical Foggia airfield complex. Their bombers are now in range of much of Central Europe. And when the Italian government joins the Allies, together they grind their way north against German occupation forces.
Their order was, push north through the German lines and liberate Rome.
January 1944. Stalled in their fight up the spine of Italy, the Allies make a bold move. They land at Anzio, behind the formidable defenses of the Germans' Gustav Line. The surprise amphibious assault catches the Germans unprepared. But soon fierce counterattacks are launched. Over the next 5 months, hundreds of thousands of soldiers are locked in long and bitter battles. With casualties mounting, medical personnel put their own lives at risk to help those in need. Serving in the 56th Evacuation Hospital at Anzio, 2nd Lieutenant Ellen Ainsworth is not far from the front lines. When German shells hit her hospital, she calmly continues helping patients, despite the extreme danger to herself. 2 days later, she is severely injured in another attack and dies of wounds soon after. For her actions, she is awarded the Silver Star. By May of 1944, the Allies break through the German defenses in southern Italy and break out of Anzio. By early June, Rome is liberated.
With the Germans in headlong retreat, Yanks of the Fifth Army enter Rome in triumph.
The first European capital freed from Axis domination. Spring 1944. Even as the Allies battle on the ground, a massive air offensive is underway as Allied forces continue their bombing campaign against Germany itself. The impact will be devastating, pounding cities, factories, oil supplies, and transportation lines.
The military consequences of the oil attacks were immediate.
But Allied air crews also suffer heavy losses. Staff Sergeant James Williams is manning the nose turret of a B-24 bomber during a raid on Romania's Ploiești oil fields.
American air power made a daring but costly attack upon the Romanian refinery.
His plane goes down over the Adriatic Sea. Williams and the rest of the crew bail out, but none survive. Dangerous as they are, these missions, many based out of Italy, will force the Luftwaffe into a life-and-death struggle, diverting Germany's resources and heavily damaging its economy. The tide of war is turning for the Allies. In all, more than 23,000 Americans, including hundreds of Italian Americans, died to liberate Italy. Hundreds of thousands more sacrificed in other ways. The Sicily-Rome American Cemetery serves as a reminder of their heroism and their lives, to acknowledge those who fell, to honor their sacrifice, to memorialize who they were and what they did, when freedom hung in the balance.